welcome, everybody. Come on into the room. Come
What it
on
do? What it do?
room. Okay, it is Free Your Mind Friday.
Free your mind.
Yes, with the Healing Academy and me, your girl, Miss Natalie B. And of course, you see this beautiful woman on the screen with me. Of course, the goddess. Okay. Miss Amanda Raquel, all right.
Put my crown on. Let me crock it a little bit. Let me crock the crown a little bit.
Crown high, sis.
What's up,
Crown
Queen Nat?
high.
The
How
balance
are
is
you
in the
today?
building. I am so good today. I am so good. I'm living in my limitations and I'm actually loving it. The limitations are real. It's when you can just relax. Like, it's what it is.
Why you in there? That's peace. That's what peace is called.
That's what it is. It's a whole storm outside. Let me tuck on in this little cave and get comfortable and relax. It's a whole situation.
That's where we at. My best life wherever. Well, I'm so happy that you are able to join us today, since we are going to have a great time like we always do, chopping it up. And we're going to let the people get to know you and your
Are we really going to do this? Are we going to let them get to know? Do people do that nowadays? People still like let you get to know the other person? Because I don't think people do that anymore in the 21st century.
They should if they don't. Okay, that's a part of freeing your mind. You got to free your mind.
It's true.
Information and knowledge and love and all of these things.
Okay? Yeah.
And a lot of times we hear the music, we see the art, we see the exterior that people put out, which we all got our PR agents, okay? The image we all put out. But how often do we like really get to dive deep into people that we listen to, that we see, that we hear, sometimes that we idolize? And so that is kind of what Free Your Mind Friday is all about, taking amazing artists in different forms, different mediums, different business owners, and really seeing and hearing the struggle that it took to get there, the joys, the highs, the lows.
There's always a struggle.
Right? It's just like, wake up, rich. Look at God.
Oh my God. I mean, this is easy for me. I don't know about you people. No, it's always a struggle. Somebody cried somewhere. Your mama did it for you. Somebody was crying.
Somebody had to struggle. I stay thanking my ancestors, because they had to go through some stuff that I don't know if I could have made it through for me to live the life I live today. Somebody had to struggle.
Friend, real talk. Like, I regularly remind. Obviously, this Black History Month, and we're homeschooling, so we're out. We're depositing this information into our children. But I regularly think about, like, remind myself, blood is on, like, this costs blood. For me to be homeschooling when I want to, creating a business, whether it's from a phone, anywhere I want to, speaking out loud as a female, as a Black female, like, blood paid for this. So you're right. Being aware of your history, it gives you a level of conviction, a level of clarity, a level of freedom. It's some things that are not negotiable. So I'm like, it took too much for this to happen. This is me not showing up is not what I'm about to do today.
And that's what I always say. So for those of you who are new to the Healing Academy today, joining us, we are an arts and education-based nonprofit organization rooted here in Chicago, but our goal is to open community centers in schools, not only here in Chicago, but nationally and internationally as well. And so with that, we have 6 pillars. And one of our pillars is what we're going to talk about today, which is spirituality with Miss Amanda Raquel. And another one is history. And so, like, ending out Black History Month, I always say, because we celebrate Black history all year round, okay? 365.
Because we are American history. Hello.
I mean, if you want to be honest, American history is Black history.
The iron board. We are Black history.
The land.
The street lights. Your food, the wealth, your culture, the wealth. How about that? Your economy. We are American history.
All of it, okay? But like I always say that, like, if we truly knew, like, the history, if we truly knew who we were or who we are, like, we would move different. We wouldn't dare be behaving the way that people are behaving out here if we truly knew.
Why are they behaving out here? Like they don't know their history. They are behaving
because they don't. Because main schools don't teach them. They literally banning it. Like, son, I swear, I'm like, are we living in the 1800s? Like, we got wars going on. We got banning books. We got banning Black history. Like, I feel like I'm living in the 1800s right about now. It's a lot of.
It's a struggle.
It's giving very. What
is it giving? Is it giving regression?
It's giving very oppression? Much so. Where have
oppression, we come? Depression. You giving me a lot of presssions,
right? Yeah. Like, but it's crazy. But if we only knew,
and it's not even necessary.
It isn't.
There's so much. There's so much when you understand it's just in spirituality. There's so much abundance. It's not even necessary. You don't have to compete. It's not necessary. You just create. You create. There's more. Just create more.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want.
It's not even essential. Like when you recognize the power of creation and not competition, you ain't got to compare yourself. You don't have to steal. You don't have to worry about if they win, I lose. It's not even in the economy of God. It's not. He's like, there's just more. We'll just make more.
Yes, and okay.
And what's so funny is like, truth of the matter, I want you to think about you as a creator. Like, do you ever set something up and not prepare for it to be able to thrive? He's like, I equated all of your lives, all of your needs, just share. Like, stop being greedy and then create. Do something else and do something else and then do something else. Like, it's all available to you. So if we run out of this, you just make something else. Like, you're all brilliant. That's their specialty. It's okay.
And we're all creators, like architects, farmers, like all of us are creators in different ways. And like each of us have been blessed with the gift to use.
Yeah. But that's why when you talk about spirituality, and for me, it's definitely in Christ, it's in Holy Spirit. And that wasn't always, because Christians are crazy. So people who call themselves a believer, I'm like, y'all the most ratchet, confusing people. It take a minute for you to be like, first of all, y'all embarrassing me. Stop telling everybody you, because you're doing too much. But when you really
this?
y'all doing, it ain't even in the book. But when you are following Holy Spirit, you know, you become less fearful. And that's the basis of all this. Fear. It's just fear. It's a lot of fear. Fear of protecting yourself. Fear. It's just a lot of fear. And so when I talk about, and you and I, we love thriving on it. When you're in spirit, you literally are in a different level, you're in a different vibe. You're humming.
Different frequency.
You're in the plane. You're on a different frequency, right? Yes. And that's why everything we do has to start there for me. Because if I don't, I'm going to start somewhere in fear. Fear I'm going to lose my friend. Fear I'm going to lose my man. Fear I'm going to lose my significance. Fear I'm going to lose some money. Fear I'm going to lose my looks, age,
and the fear gonna have you lose your blessing whole time.
You sit here, you're going to create it. You're going to end up creating what you're thinking about. So yeah, you got to have yourself calm down. You can't calm down unless you're talking to the one who made you, so that you can remember what it really is. If you just in your head.
We were talking about it when we first started. Being comfortable in the midst of. Because shoot, we living on this planet, we're going to always be in the midst of something. You got to find
when I think motherhood, like right now, real talk, and I'm not even going to get cocky with you. I'm talking straight heart, because me and you are moms, so we know, because you got the kids. I don't even know how I'm doing half the things I'm doing. I do know, like, I'm very intentional. So that's a hint. The way that you're doing what you're doing has to be intentional. But children have given me such a blaring boundary. Like, oh no, you really don't have that time. Oh no, you really, if you don't do it now, they'll be here in a second to ask you something new. Like, so get up, work out, pray, like do all the things, because you really don't have all day. So, you know, there's all these things that children remind you of. They remind you of how out of control, you're not really, really, really in control. You're doing the best you can to maintain some structure, but they like, we run this, right? And you love them. And so that has given me such even more clarity on what's most important, on what's most edifying to our family, as well as to my mental state. Like, as soon as I feel myself get off, as soon as I feel myself get dark, get sad, I'm like, that I can't be there, because I'm literally raising humans. So I recognize quickly, oh, that food did that. Oh, that person. Oh, me not sleeping. Oh, I didn't talk to God, and I woke up stressed and I stayed in that space. Like, I'm quickly aware of all of my communication patterns. When people help correct me on that, I'm like, let me deal with that. Like, whatever it is that I have to do to improve, I'm swift about it, because children have helped me become that person. So when I say, and I think that because they'll either make you way better or just horrible. So I think you and I could really identify with the fact that now, if I ever were to get a job, which I wouldn't, I'm entrepreneur business for life. But if I ever were, or even as a businesswoman, I'm so dope. You could not, there's no salary I'm afraid to ask for. I'm like, do you recognize how absolutely precise I am?
Do you know I'm raising 2 kids?
I have results every day. Like, you don't look at my end, the quarter end, and figure out, so what we did. Every day I'm results, visible results.
I'm showing up. Okay, so that paycheck needs to show up.
You're not gonna tell me I'm less qualified coming out of motherhood, because that's the whole thing. Well, what have you been doing? What have I been doing? What have you been doing?
Organizing lives and rearing individuals.
Still able to put lashes on. Still doing podcasts with my friends. Still got increase in my business. Still making love to my husband. Still, you know what I'm saying? Like, things. What did you do today?
I swear. About now that my Rolodex been rolled across the floor. What you do? Eat lunch? Oh, okay.
Figured it out and didn't die. Had a full night's sleep. I figured that out. Oh, no more insomnia. Figured out how to. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking like how do you really have a life that you enjoy?
And sis, I love it because for you, like being a mother of 2, and for those of you who are new to Amanda Raquel, okay, the amazing. Not only is she a super dope musical artist, okay, self-teaching herself the guitar, okay, I'm gonna throw that out there too. And just vocal, like her vocal game is everything, y'all. She a vocal coach, but y'all better slide in because she's trying to slide out.
It's wrapping up. It's wrapping
so y'all
up.
better make something happen if y'all trying to do it. But also, like, being a mother of 2 on top of all of that, homeschooling on top of that, because just being a mother of 2 is one thing, but then being a homeschooling mother of 2, that's a whole nother, like, level.
They always hear, G.
You don't have them break.
Hear. They always, like, right, they're on the other side of the store right now. They're always here. Y'all some chumps. Y'all be sitting here. Girl, I'm like, oh, I thought I was doing something today. I was like, they're still here. How do I do it when they're still here?
They're still there. And like, so sis, like, I have so much respect for you. And I check out your Instagrams, and you just out and about with the babies. Y'all going over with here and homeschooling. You're learning over there and meetups, and then you're doing all of that. And then you're still finding time to create and hone in on your amazing craft, which is your voice, which is your songwriting. Not only that, but you are in the midst of a beautiful journey of like really pushing for your dream. Shout out, if y'all have not, please go to Amanda Is, okay? Go to the website. Y'all better check out the video, okay? The home concert tour, son.
But look, low key, Nat did it. So when y'all like, who did your video? Go back and DM her like, sis. This is what's so cool, y'all. She's not afraid to try again. Like, let me learn. So she's learning the same way I'm learning. She's just new with it. And I'm like, you could not have be new with this video. Just so intuitive on the B-roll, so intuitive on the vibes, on what you need while you're there. You know, some people you like, that's not what I want. It's okay, I got you. You're like, no, but you don't have me. Like, I'm telling you, right? That's not her. She just gets it. She can hear you and listen. Just really, really exquisite in her artistry. So when you do see what we've done, like, man, this was a really great explanation and promo of what it was. Then go back and hear Natalie and be like, so can you take care? Can you help explain what I'm doing with my dream? Put it in video format. That's Nat Battles. That's the Battles.
I appreciate it, sis. But it was so fun. We recorded 3 different days of the concert series, and each day it was like a new show. It was the same music, but like it was just the energy was different each time. From editing and going to the concerts, I've memorized about all the songs. I be over here singing them at random. I was singing the other day. My brother-in-law Paris, he said, "Oh, you sing?" I said, "Yeah, that's that Amanda Raquel. You don't know about that?" He like, "No, I ain't heard her." I'm like, "You better look up. You better hit that Amanda Raquel in your life, okay?" Like, it's beautiful, and your music tells a story, and the journey that you take people on, and through your music and your experience. Like, you've been opening up and sharing a piece of your soul and your spirituality journey, and like all of these things through your music. So I'm really excited to dive into that today and give people a glimpse. And if y'all don't know about that Amanda Raquel, y'all better go pick up a CD, okay? You better listen to me. Go pick up a CD.
Do it. Cause I'm gonna tell you this. It ain't gonna be on Spotify. I'm not the rest of my music will not be on any of these trifling platforms that are still in the music. So I do know if that one y'all can have. Everything after this, you're just gonna come straight direct from me. It's wrong. They still in the music. So that you can have. Y'all can go ahead on Spotify and enjoy this little. Go ahead. Cause after that, it ain't right.
Just that taste. You know how they be like, give them a little taste, they keep coming back. Give them a little.
Go ahead.
Wet your whistle, okay? And then come get a large drink later from Amanda Raquel, okay? Now, so I'm so excited for you. Like, I see the joy.
Thank you. It is.
I see the love when you perform, and I see the vulnerability when you
perform.
I see it. Like, your heart is showing. Your heart is showing.
I be open.
And I love it.
But even that, spiritual, me and God have already had a conversation before I got on stage. It's spiritual. He's already got me back clear because I spend time in my word and because he and I are talking all the time. So I know his voice. A stranger I don't follow, I hear him. And I have people around me who aren't rogue. I trust that they're being guided by the spirit as well. So they're not gonna say something stupid before I go on stage. I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? So I've purposely protected myself around because this gift that now God has given me liberty to start sharing is precious, whether it's my voice, whether it's the songs I'm writing. He's like, you have to steward this just like you would protect your children that I gave to you and your husband that I gave to you and your own body. Like I gave you this. So I steward the things that I believe are from God. And that vulnerability, honey, that's because I've had so many hard things happen that if I didn't get rooted spiritually in the fact that God defends me, God protects me, I don't have to defend myself anymore. That's a big one. I don't have to self-protection. I don't have to protect myself anymore. That's a big one. I can be misunderstood and still be able to work it out or move on, right? If I don't have closure, it's obviously because God doesn't think I needed to still acquire what he has for me.
Come on.
I obviously don't need the closure to still go get what he's asking for. And there's so many things you're like, why did they? I don't understand why they can't seem to get where I'm coming from. God's like, look, we could get closure if you want to, but it's obviously not required for us to move on. So there's so much in walking with the Lord in spiritual, just being spiritual, that grows you up maturely so that you're not triggered all the dang on time. Mm-hmm. These triggers and these traumas are real. Everybody has them. Don't ever. Everybody has them. So if you don't allow yourself to regularly every day deal with a new one a day, or an old one that was
taking baby steps,
or the old
one thing you said earlier is that was really important about motherhood. You said it was basically about self-reflection, like how your children showed you that, and self-reflection makes us all better. Kids, no kid, it makes us fat.
Do you really leave the house while looking at yourself in the mirror? Reflect. Look at, ooh, I got something in my teeth. Do it. Ooh, I got something in my face, my nose. Do it. Look at your reflection. Ooh, I'm real bitter. Ooh, I still ain't forgave them. Ooh, I don't trust men because of whatever. Ooh,
come on.
Like, look at it and be like, okay, Lord, I'm in a cycle. Because let me tell you right now how you know you ain't looked at this issue. Why you not, these are the issues you haven't reflected on, the ones you stay in. Why am I here again? Just look at the repeats. You have not looked at me
back around.
It's going to come back around. It's going to always come right back around. You still got friends who snap. You still got eating habits that make you sick. You still ain't sleeping. You still popping pills or drinking to rest. You still having sex but can't have nobody who can find. You can find a call to be in real intimacy. You just effing. You still doing it. You still at this job you hate. You still poor. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. The trauma you need to tap into.
It's okay. You still mad at your mom. You still can't just relax when you're around your father. Whatever it is, it's still there. And that's the area that you ain't. Let me sit down for a minute and look in the mirror and be like, let me look at my teeth.
But see, that's hard for people, sis. And I'll tell you a clean cut, just like boom, Polaroid shot of how hard that is for people.
Tell
COVID.
me.
Baby,
quarantine dinner. You talk. I'm about to eat dinner on that.
Bro, go ahead. Quarantine happened.
About COVID.
quarantine happened and people could not sit with themselves. Everybody, baby, people was dying by the boatloads, and people like, no, I'm still going. I gotta go to this party though. I gotta go kick it with the homies though. I'm so bored. Oh my God. If you don't find you some business, if you don't read a book, if you don't self-reflect, if you don't build a business, if you don't do something, like they could not sit with themselves. And it was just evident all over Facebook, all over. It was on the news, hell. Like
I was like, this is the epidemic. Here's the epidemic right here. You're right. You mean to tell me you really went and caught an STD? You know that Negro with somebody. He came out your neighbor house and came to your house, and you know it. But you like, girl, I just had to get something during COVID. Really? You're right. It was just bad.
It showed the state of the world. We don't want to sit with ourselves, and it's so easy now because we can avoid ourselves on social media, scrolling all day. We can avoid ourselves by always being in the presence of others. Even if we're not fully present there, but other people is there, so we good. We can avoid it with TV, binge watch. Like it's so many ways not to dive into self. And when we dive into self, we have to understand that that's spiritual. That's why meditation is a spiritual tool, because it's aligning yourself, diving into yourself, and aligning that with spirit.
The truth of the matter is, and this is the truth of the matter is, we're talking to ourselves all day. You just don't hear it happening. So that quietness, like you said, that like, then you can just hear, oh, I really am hurting, or I really am pissed, or I really am not clear on my goals. Like you can hear yourself if you just get quiet. So when we talk about the enemy having a strategy, busyness is a strategy. Just staying busy. Rushing is a strategy, keeping you always rushing. Like that's a way of life that keeps you from being able to hear. You've got too much static. And so, yeah, that's a real thing. Like you're literally doing too much. So when I said earlier, I think we got on before we even started, I was like, oh, we were on. I was like, I'm living in my limitations and I'm actually loving it. Like this, I literally have kids. And so I have 6 to 8 hours for myself. That's it. Don't get saucy about it. I asked for these kids. I prayed for these kids. Like, oh God, I already had kids. That's what it was. Like, don't be like, that's the limitation. Live in it. If you have a single life, girl, God, Jesus, have mercy. And we played single in church, because if we was really honest, all the married would have said, girl, live your best life. Be out there. Live your life without a man, because that's how they set it up before. So we didn't know how to be like, no, literally travel, build, love, do art, make good friendships. How about that? A lot of intimacy would be solved if you had a good girlfriend or two. It's true.
And then make sure that person is the right person before you go and marry.
Right.
Take your time to do that.
They're not the right person if you ain't right. How you gonna attract the right person and you sitting here just as confused and lost and scared and not able to be alone, like you said. I'm telling you, oh girl, you can only love people as you love yourself. And loving yourself is not narcissism. It's literally saying no to yourself a lot. No, you can't do that. No, you can't speak. There's so many choices I made for myself in peace so that I could maintain those choices when I was in pain. These are some of them. I got these little things around the house so I can remember the choices. This is who I'm going to be. This is what I believe. This is what it's going to be. And so when you're in peace and when you're calm and you know what's true, not what you feeling, not what your truth is. It's just what it is. When you can get in peace and you can get clear on what truth is, then you lock that in and say, this is what it is, regardless of how I feel when I want to do something else. One of mine is I'm strong and I am kind. I used to say I'm strong. Now I'm like, hold on. But sometimes she's not kind. And that's that self-reflection. That's affecting, right. And so I've decided when people try to be mean to me, or when people not even being mean to me, they're being themselves and they think it's okay to talk to me a certain way or whatever. When my husband and I are having conflict, when I'm strong, I can communicate how I feel, but I can also do it in a kind way. I'm also kind. I don't start japping off and losing my control. And if we can't move past you being verbally abusive or you not being respectful, then I'm just distant. That's okay. I'm still strong and kind. I don't have to go lose myself because I feel like you are hurting me and I'm out of control. So there's
And
so many
boundaries.
things that I've decided. You're right, boundaries, obviously, right? There's so many things like boundaries that I've decided in peace. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I'm spiritually walking with the Lord. I'm asking him, what happens? That, oh, well, this is what you believe, and that's why you did that. Oh, so now I know when that comes back around, we're going to stick with this choice, not what we feel like doing in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Peace is so important. Having peace and being comfortable in your decisions, not only being comfortable in your decisions, but being comfortable in those uncomfortable spaces and
You
still
just read my
being
mind.
at peace. That's so important. And that aligns directly with spirituality, because if your spirit ain't peaceful,
listen, friend, I'm going to tell you the truth. And it's not that I have not been. I mean, goodness, are we even going to be in a war right now? So it's all kind of buffoonery. It's just too much happening, right?
that's a lot.
And we're obviously, I'm not even sure. Are we even out of the pandemic? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. So all the things that we have dealt with, and then on top of being Black in America, and on top of all the things, there are some things I was like, you just don't dwell on that. Whatsoever is good, lovely, pure, you can be aware of it, but you don't dwell on it. I promise you, if you focus your mind on that, that's all you'll see. And so COVID, and it's been obviously extraordinarily difficult as a global, and we've lost people. People have lost people. But something I said, Lord, I'm raising children, Black boys in this.
Mm-hmm.
I need your peace. He's like, my peace I will give to you. Because it looked like if you stay on TV and everybody dying. That's not the case, but a lot of people have died. And even those 1% is still a lot for us. We haven't been through a pandemic. And I can tell you the truth. I was like, Lord, you said you got us. I'm trusting in you. This has been the most peaceful time for our family. And a lot of folks have started reevaluating. Wait a minute, I want to be home with my family. I don't even want to go into this job. Great, we'll be remote. Like, we started recognizing there are certain rhythms that ain't working for us no way. So when stuff started opening back up, we were vigilant about, we are not going back. We found more peace. Things you know that you shouldn't do anyway, but you were forced to start evaluating being at home with the man you got, or by yourself, or with your kids. Either way, it's hard. You're going to have to really think through what is upsetting me, and then why do I now like certain things or not like certain things. And once you recognize that, we like, you know, I need my time alone. I need to be able to have my dreams being developed, but I like my family. I love my husband. How do I keep it? You know, how do I establish this? We like not going into offices. We like being able to be free. My business is always remote. It's always been that, because I want to be able to pick up and go to another country if I want to go. You know what I'm saying? So once that happened, it really clarified a lot of things for us. That's what COVID did for our family. How about you?
I mean, I feel like that was the blessing in COVID. Like you said, a lot of people did lose their lives. A lot of people were impacted negatively by COVID. But in this time, literally every step of the way, I was blessed. In my business, I was blessed. In connections and networking, I was blessed. In reaching people that I didn't have reach to physically, now virtually, blessed. Having the time, not being in an office and working all the time, to be able to hone my crafts and flourish in my skills and in my dream and my greater plan. Went to school for it, and like all this other stuff that I would not have been able to do if COVID didn't happen. And so these last couple of years have been truly a blessing to me. And then on top of that, another thing that was a problem in COVID was that a lot of people struggle financially, and like, blessed be, I did not have to struggle. Oftentimes I did not have to think about it, where I know that wasn't a lot of people's reality. I'm saying that was a blessing that I have, and I'm going to say ashe and be grateful to live in that. And so that's the thing too. In the midst of craziness, we have to stay grateful. I was listening to one of the, what do you call them?
Do you hear that like noise? You don't hear anymore? That's weird. I wanted to make sure your audio was okay. I'm hearing all this like shh over here. But okay,
is it still there?
Oh, it only happens when you're talking.
Disrespectful.
Devil. Disrespect.
Listen,
go ahead. I'm assuming we're okay.
Spirituality. I can see if I can grab some headphones real quick, and maybe that'll help it. But I was just saying, in the midst of chaos and in the midst of where you can be defeated, where people, because I mean, to be honest, fear mongering is what's happening right now in this country. And it's not the first time, and it's not going to be the last time either. So when they want you to live in fear, when you can get to a place where you can live in peace in the midst of that,
Turn it
and
off.
count your blessings, because
Come
gratefulness,
Gratitude
is true happiness. Joy comes from being grateful for what you have.
Would you please slow down? Because people keep thinking it's something else. It's like, I want to lose weight. Eat more vegetables, eat less food, work out, drink water, go to bed. That's it. Like, you keep thinking it's something other. Like, even through COVID, I was like, well, we're healthy. Let's stay healthy. Like, let's do all the things, take the vitamins and sea moss to go to bed. Like, it's nothing other than that, right? The same thing is true when it's like, you don't let people close to you unless they show you gratitude. Keep doing something for somebody, and then they don't say thank you. You like, oh, okay, I got you. You're not grateful for what I'm doing. Same thing is with God. The more grateful you are, the closer you are to the source. He like, come on, yeah. Oh, you see what I did for you today? You see how I fed you? Because we did get financially strapped. Never missed a meal. Money was like, oh, what we gonna do? I said, look, Lord said in Matthew 6, don't ask him what shall we eat, drink, or what we gonna wear. So we ain't gonna ask him what we gonna how you gonna take care of us. He said he gonna do it, he do it. He did it. It was miracles on miracles on miracles. So whether he's blessing you like he has with you through finances, or whether he's blessing you through different resources, he's like, either way it go, if you stay, like you're saying, in gratitude, and that's a discipline.
Yeah, ma'am. It is.
It's not a feeling. It's a I will focus my mind, turn it off, get off the internet if it's making you compare or less grateful. Turn the TV off if it's making you fearful. God didn't give you that fear. He gave you a sound, disciplined mind. These are all disciplines. That's why I'm like, slow down. And even in the
space too, like right now where I am, I'm in a transition point where I started to worry about finance.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And mentally, like, I'm kind of strategic. So I'm like, okay, I need to bop it. And then I'm like, whoa.
Not
because for the larger part of COVID, I wasn't even working. I didn't have a job. So, and I still made it. Okay. So I'm like, so let me slow down. Because he gonna make a way, because he always made a way. God then always came through. Whatever spiritual you identify with or align with, then always came through. So
and what's so
why am I gonna start working now?
Exactly. You have great, I really want people to get this stuff. Amnesia is what caused Israel to be in the wilderness forever. You keep forgetting what I did. So you're right. It's like, remember, these are disciplines. Remember, I took care of you before. Remember, Amanda, when y'all was strapped before, I took care of you. So you're right. Making yourself, like, you control your mind, making yourself get back to, like, hold on.
Look, free your mind.
Hey. You just hurry up here. Coach you. You know you were sick. You know you're singing that. I don't know why you keep playing with it. But no, friend, people keep acting like it's something other than it is. Eat your vegetables. Be grateful. Make yourself. I don't care if everybody in your whole family complains. That is not who you gonna be. You are going to be grateful.
And you're gonna break generational curses. And I love this, because this is how I live my life, my whole life, ever since I was a kid. I will always be a light. I don't care. I will always be a light.
That's true.
I don't care. Because if I shine my light, other people will see it and they're going to want to shine there. So I can be in the middle of the dark room and I'm going to still shine my light. And somebody else going to start flickering in the corner. Like, oh, we can shine? Yes, you can.
Remember we did that Christmas video? I was sitting there like, the heat was trying to come back. It was just too much. And I was like, the darkness was overtaking me. You came in like, okay, hey guys. I'm like, well, I guess we can't be irritated no more. She gonna sit here so bright and bubbly. But shit, I guess I got to be bubbly too. It's contagious. I guess we're not.
And that video came out so good.
She ain't stressing about it. I ain't stressing about it. All right. It's true.
You gotta make magic. You make magic happen.
You make magic.
Make a way out of no way.
But again, we're talking about it and then it's easy to miss. These are like foundations. Eat your salad, drink your water. You said, I'm going to be the light. I don't care. It's a choice you made. That's a choice I've made. I'm not going to let people make me dark and be catty and be whatever it is, or be just, whatever. I'm going to be light. That's it. If you don't want to hear, I'm going to move around. Like this is what I'm going to do. These are choices that you make in peace, that you hold to when it's like, oh, it's getting rough in these streets. Am I going to shut down? Am I going to withdraw? No, I said I was going to be a light. Am I not going to speak up to somebody who's important to me? and I want us to grow, but no, I don't know I'm going to do the light. Am I going to defend somebody or address something that seems controversial? Yes, I'm going to be the light. Like, that's a choice you've made in peace. That makes sense. So spiritual, you have to get spiritual so that you can like ask God, like, so why did this happen? Him bring clarity and revelation into your life, because you and him are talking regularly. You can hear the answer in peace and then lock onto that. It's the same thing.
Absolutely. And it's full circle. And you have to make those decisions for yourself, because other people will always try to bring you up out of yourself.
You almost made me. Do I be trying to bring you out of yourself? It's the disrespect for me. I don't care who. I was like, Lord, we could be blood. I'm like, it's the disrespect for me. The tones, the sideways, the narcissism, it's the disrespect.
I mean, the devil. It's gonna always try. Just like God uses people, so does the others. All right. When it comes to that positive energy and negative energy, there's a balance that needs to be. It's gonna be a little bit of both. And everybody so petty. For you.
They so
and everybody not gonna be for you, and you have to understand that just because you ain't for me don't mean I ain't for me. It don't mean God ain't for me. Don't mean my ancestors ain't got my back. My ancestors got me, so I don't really need your approval.
Girl, the squad right there, Bertha and Moses and all them old names. The squad right there,
like they back there like hitters,
and
and you are like, I don't need your approval necessarily. If you rock with me, I love that, and I rock with you because of that. But if you don't, and what they got, it's the thing on social media where they go, if somebody don't like you, that ain't your business, beloved.
It's not
what you gonna do. Like, I can't do that.
What you gonna do? Age helped with that. When did you know that? When did you start to walk in that? Because I acted like, and I thought I was walking in that in my 20s and even my early 30s. I didn't really lock into that until my mid 30s.
I feel like I've always been that way. As a kid, you always have.
But you had peace. I was always independent, but I was still, I wasn't calm about like, oh, it's what it is. Like, I just knew I can't be cliquey. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to, what I'm saying, follow. I'm not hurt. I don't know how to be a hurt.
I was always kind of like.
You were calm about it?
For me as a kid, I was always kind of like, even though I'm like this personality, I've always had this personality. But I was always kind of to myself. Especially like, because depending on where you meet me, you'll either know I'm there or you won't. And that's interesting, because I can, depending on the energy of the room, I shift. So if I need to fall back and be in the corner, observe it, I'm gonna be in the back, observe it. If I'm like, okay, I'm here, you're gonna know I'm here, then it's that energy. So a lot of the times in school, depending on the energy, I would shift. So I was very observant. And so I will always kind of be to myself and have like a core group of people that I rock with. And I was always the person who defended the underdog or the person that everybody else was talking about. So I was okay with going against who's supposed to be popular or whatever, because you're not going to treat this person wrong. I don't care.
You're not going to do it while I'm sitting right here.
I don't care. Like, and I don't care how you feel about me not caring. Like, and so I think that's like, since that was me like in elementary school, I feel like that just kind of carried on and grew as an adult. And so even in high school, like, I could get along with everybody. Like, I knew the basketball team, I knew the band geeks, I knew the debate team. Like, I was a theater kid, you know what I'm saying? So I could get along with anybody. And if you didn't like me, then that was your problem. And that just kind of kept developing as I grew. But I feel like within that comes from a place of you having to know who you are. And I was advocating for this even when I was young. If you be true to who you are, who God created you to be, your gifts, your talents.
You saying big stuff. Why are you doing that, Dad? Don't be doing that. Don't nobody know who they are in high school. We know.
But you have to be okay and comfortable with figuring it out. I think the thing is, in high school and elementary school too, is like at those ages, you are figuring it out. And people immediately divert to what they think is cool or what somebody else is if you feeling the need to go play an instrument, but you like, nah, but everybody be talking about the band, so I ain't gonna go over there. You going against who you could be, and you morphing into what somebody else is. That's I would always tell my friends, it was two things I would always say to my group. Two things I never forget because I still say it to this day. If you are good with who you are and the decisions you want to make, right? Because for me, freshman year, I knew I wanted to be an actress when I was little. So when I got to high school and I saw they was doing a play, I saw everything and I was auditioning. Okay, I'm like, nope, auditioning.
I swear I didn't know. Now, that's why I'm so upset. Like I didn't know that I was even a singer until I was in my 30s, and I was singing all the time. But I did not. I had already been put on a path of who I was supposed to be and what I was supposed to do in college and blah blah blah. And so I didn't even know. So it's like I'm so jealous every time I hear people like you or even people like Beyonce. I knew at a young age. I'm like, you was like,
she was like 2.5 with a microphone in her hand. Her parents was like, here you go.
So I mean, it's a remarkable gift. Even now, while I'm raising my children, like we're always watching who are they, what are they good at, what, because we want to give them a head start. Because it's a blessing to hear you talk. Like you really knew.
Like I had people that same year, it was freshman year in high school, never forget, it was the musical, it was the Wiz. And I knew I wanted to audition because that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be an actress since I was a little girl. And like I had friends, again, basketball players, other people from different states, and they like, oh, I'm gonna audition with you. And then I would never forget, we were in the lunch line because the auditorium was in the way to the lunchroom. And the other basketball players came over like, y'all gonna audition for the play? Don't nobody go with theater here, blah, 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 blah. I was the only person to audition. All the rest of them that was like, they was going to audition with me. Let everybody get in their ear, and they fell off. And I'm like, no, I don't care what y'all think. I'm going to be in this play. And I was in that play and every other play the school had till I graduated. Like I don't care what y'all talking about.
Yeah, some people, and not that I'm big on astronomy, but what's your sign? Look at me.
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, you're my sister. Oh, no. See, y'all made a different stuff. Y'all
we made a different stuff.
Y'all made different stuff. Ain't nobody gonna sway y'all. Once you made a choice, y'all made a choice. Ain't that like a bull, the Taurus bull?
It's a bull.
Yeah, you're not the standard.
I know that though. I know I'm not standard.
You and her, I'm so fascinated with you Tauruses, because honey, and y'all not stressed about it. Y'all not like, watch me. Y'all just like, oh no, that's not what it's gonna be. And y'all calm in the choice. The choice has been made. There's no wiggling in the choice.
That's accurate.
There's no doubt of the choice. And if you change your mind and literally go the opposite direction of that choice, you're very calm and clear in that as well. Like, oh, I changed my mind. I'm like, who are these people? So free.
That's
so
accurate.
Firm about it. Like, no, I did that last month. It didn't work. I'm not anymore. I'm doing this now. Oh, we just done? Ain't nobody gonna deal with this? We just done? We're done. So that's Taurus.
It's very accurate. That is
Taurus.
Very accurate.
To the point we're like, okay, hold on. I need you to still, you can't be done yet. Like no, I'm done. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Like, we still got commitments based on that last decision you made last month. I promise you, y'all know.
I said good day, sir.
Good day. Y'all free. So no, now I know.
Who's that? Jackie Chan. He said, "Be like water." I'm gonna be like Bruce Lee. Is who it was. Bruce Lee. I'm gonna be like water. Yeah, I'm gonna move and flow. He said water can either like morph and conform. It can be real smooth with it, or it can crash. He was like, so like you decide how you want it to move. But
how you want to move, girl? You better.
I love it,
Bruce. I love Lee. But no, that again goes back to the spirituality. Like the spirit of a Taurus is a bull. Like they like. Oh, it happened. It just happened. That's
but
their real.
Also
that's
that confidence, I think, comes from that alignment of being, of knowing.
Yeah.
Even when we were talking about like finances and stuff like that, or just big decisions that you have to make, of knowing, okay, this may be scary. And I was telling my son this the other day. Do it scared. You gotta do it afraid, and that's when the faith and that spirit of knowing I'm protected and I'm good no matter how this comes out. But I'm gonna.
But if you ain't talking to spirit, you ain't gonna be. I'm trying to give basic, like, listen to me. This is how it starts. It's just like your bestie. it's just like you, Nat. If we don't talk, I don't get to know more about you and get more comfortable with you. If you aren't talking to Holy Spirit, if you aren't talking to Spirit, then your spirit is going to still be in flux. Doesn't matter. Okay, I just trust. I believe. You can't force it. You can't will it. You either know or you don't. And you don't if you are not feeding your spirit, faith, being around people who are positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Watching what you put in your ears and your eyes, from television to movie to whatever, like what you put in your body. I can't remember when I realized meat was making me mean. I'm like, meat? I'm like, something about this meat. When I got off it, I was so nice. And I don't know if there's anything really wrong with me. I don't think it's sin, but however they making this meat, I'm like, this is making me mean. But you get that talking to God, like, why am I so snappy? My kids, I don't want to put this. Why am I so, he'll tell you. So if you are not literally having these conversations, which means you're doing mostly listening, talk, and then listen most of the time, then you can't, like you said, become aware and evolve. And I really hope people hear that. If you aren't being grateful, then he won't even draw near to you because you always complaining. These are basic, foundational, like, oh, that's why I feel lost. That's why I don't hear. I feel like I got a lot of static. You do have a lot of static. You rushing all the time. You keep picking up the phone for people who are unkind to you. You keep, like, these things are in the way of you being quiet. I know you don't want to be quiet in the 21st century. You have to get quiet in your space. You don't let people tell you how your space is going to be. You have quiet, beauty, cleanliness. Like that has to be in your space. You're not always looking for something, holler about something. Like, hold on, your keys should be there. Again, learn how to pick up new traits so that you can be clear. You can be quiet. And then you can hear Spirit because you're talking. He's talking all day and you talking. I'm talking to him all day. We're talking about washing dishes. I hear him. I'm talking. If I've asked him a question, he'll answer that afternoon all day. So that then when you hear the answer, you're calm. You're in peace. It can't happen because you read some meme and you like, there's truth. No, that's not foundational, boo-boo. Your favorite inspirational guru on the ground is not going to get you through this. You have to have it inside.
I mean, it could be a jump point. Then you got to turn that off and do your work.
It'll be jump start, but then you got to run that engine on your own, boo.
Yes. But one thing you said, since that's so important, that's another thing I say all the time. I tell people watch what they eat. And I don't just mean food. Yes, that is definitely you. You know me. I'm a vegan and all that good shit. But
you don't even mean just food. What else, friend?
Everything that comes into any hole, and I said what I said. I said what I said. Anything that goes into any hole in your body, you are intaking, you are digesting, you are consuming. Okay. So watch what you eat, okay?
Help the people. I will forever. I ain't gonna not understand what you meant. I got it. Did not get it. Wasn't you clear?
You better watch what you eat. I mean, when we listen to music, like you said, okay, you had to, that self-reflection kicked in again. All right, I'm eating meat and I'm feeling some kind of way. All right, that's one thing. If you drinking a lot of pop, how that's making you feel or whatever it may be. But then also take note to when you listen to certain things, how does it make you feel? Certain music, certain frequencies, because music is frequency and we are frequency. So come on, we're talking about vibrations and levels and spirit. You better understand how they align.
Uh-oh, you talking fast. You about to get deep. You started to
come on,
speed up, girl. You start talking fast.
You better understand how they align.
Level okay? Come on, Nat.
But then, like your eyes, we watch a lot of things, and there's a lot of different things on TV, the news, everything we taking in from social media. There's a lot that we are taking in, and we're digesting that.
And nobody is. Yes, friend, and you can control this. People keep acting like they cannot control it. Turn it off.
That's something you can control. I'm not gonna be watching 48 hours every day. Ain't that what it's called?
These folks watch the earth die in hell in a handbasket and then go turn CSI on. I'm like, how much more? What else? How many more dead people you didn't see that?
I mean, and like all of this stuff, scary movies. People are like, oh, you don't do scary movies? I said, no, I don't do scary movies. They're like, why are you scared? I'm like, no, I'm not necessarily scared of it. I just don't want that in my psyche.
I don't want fear. I don't want to add it. Like, why?
Why would I want to just willingly consume that? I
And
mean, I'm not
but
afraid. I can sit and watch it, but I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Friend, this is Bible. People keep acting like it's other than that. He's like, watch your eye gate. Watch it. We keep acting like it's other than what we're saying. That's why I'll be like, I hate doing this, y'all. I don't want to seem redundant. But I promise you, if you don't go to sleep after you watch the movie, these are signs of retardation if you keep watching these movies. These are signs.
It is though.
These are signs of insanity, y'all. These are signs of insanity. If every time you get off the phone with this person, you feel sick to your stomach, these are
they're signs. You speaking
these. If you keep picking up the phone or not at least create some boundaries, but okay, I'll call them back when I'm better, and I can talk to you for 15 minutes. I can't do 2. I know after 2 hours you're gonna do something. Like, you want to figure it out, friend, because no one is doing this to you. You do not have to watch the news. If you can give it right, frankly, you can give the news a whole month, turn it back on, and not much has happened. Be like, okay, that's where we at now. Okay, got you. Once a week and be like, okay, I got it. So that's where we at with the virus. Got it. And all you gotta do is go outside. You know, everybody wants to tell you bad news. All I have to do is go and get in my elevator. I'm like, I'm now caught up on current events. Such and such died on 48.
You ain't lied. I haven't watched the news in years, and I still be caught up. Because again, like, Facebook is the news outlet, so it's gonna come across your timeline if it's important, if it's big enough. Like, it'll come across your timeline.
They'll tell you.
I'm not gonna sit and watch the news all day. I'm not gonna sit and watch these scary movies. I'm not gonna watch murder mysteries. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want it in my spirit. And that's the thing. We are spirit first. You said this earlier on your live. You were like, we just borrowing this flesh. But it's so true. Because after the body is done, we spirit still gonna exist. Are you feeding that? You feed your body, but are you feeding your spirit?
And I mean, friend, it's what it is. People keep wanting it to be something other than that. I don't care if it was your favorite movie. I don't care if you bond over this in your family. Y'all watch this every year. You cannot watch it. It's nothing more. It's not complex. And that's why I'm like, oh, I hope they hear it. I hope y'all really hear it. It is what's on your plate. Oh, but y'all, I need this, girl. Girl, I can't put these ham hocks down. That's what it is.
And we have to understand addiction, too. Addiction.
Americans don't believe they're addicted. They don't want to hear about that.
It's a thing.
No, Americans are not addicted. We're in control of our fate. We're captains of our soul. We don't have addictions. We have drugs
that is very much true. We are, but you can't, because you're addicted to sweets,
salt,
to
sweet,
to cheeses and dairies. And if you look at the research, y'all, dairy and sugar is legit more addictive than caffeine and nicotine and straight up drugs. Like, you're literally addicted. It's okay, sweetie. We're gonna get you an AA or something. Like, you're addicted. Just understand that first, and then you can start shifting your life. Okay? Free your mind. And the rest will follow. Okay? Like, yes. And not even just that, sis. We have to understand that the energy around us, because our skin is an organ, it's consuming as well. It's seeping in through the pores. Our vibration is real. Anybody ever walk in the room and the energy just immediately shifts?
Yep. Or you feel somebody looking at you, you like, who is? Oh, there they go. You can feel it. Come on now. Both be trying to get deep and want to make it spooky. It ain't spooky.
It's fact.
It's fact.
It's been scientifically proven that we have auras. And people been laughing at people for years. They're like, oh, your aura. It's been scientifically proven. Like, we have energy around us. If you've gone to science class, okay, you should know the foundation of some of these things. And we are electrons and all this other stuff. Listen, it's energy. It's scientifically proven. Look it up. We are energy. Yeah. And energy can't be destroyed. Nor created. Right? It can't be destroyed. And so if that person is an energy and I'm an energy, and we know we got negative and positives and all this other stuff.
Break it down, doctor. It's real simple.
I mean, it's simple, and it's not woo woo woo. It's real, and it can be scientifically proven. Look it up. So my thing is, when we also, like you said, that phone call, you gonna keep taking that call? You eating that. You digesting that. Watch what you eat. You still homies with him?
It's a hoe.
That's a
It's
whole.
hoe.
You still homies with him? Like, you still kicking with buddy? That's your man. You got something to do with that. Like, we can say
Got
no to
something
people,
do with that.
and those are the boundaries we talked about earlier. We got to get comfortable with being like, you know what?
And look, friend. No to this is yes to that. No to this is yes to that, y'all. So
Yes.
you got to get clear on what am I saying yes to, so that you can say no to other stuff. Like, I'm not available for that. I'm just not. I'm not available for unkind communications. I'm not available for poverty. I'm not, even when things are tight, I'm like, we're not.
And be at peace when you say it, just like you are right now. You're like, no, that don't fit into my schedule.
I'm not available for people telling me what I got to do with my life and my children. I'm just not available for it. I'm not, I'm saying I'm not available. God did not tell me I had to do this. There's a lot of things that God told me I can't do. And I'll be like, hey. But I know even that is to keep me, ma'am, there are sharks over there. This is a boundary. I want you not to go over there before you get bit up. I want you not to be available. So even that is my protection. And the only reason why I really know that is because I'm a parent now. And I'm like, don't go in the street. But mom, I don't care how you feel about that ball. That ball is replaceable. Do not go. But I know you feel all kind of ways.
But that car though.
This, I'm telling you, sis. So no is yes. No to this is, man, because I want to have a wonderful, beautiful, fruitful relationship, I don't even watch other folk have sex. What's that?
That's not the way
I'm like, what? And now I'm sitting there literally comparing all of your performance to what I just saw on this screen, or to what my last man did. I'm like, this is no to this. It's so that you can have that.
Speaking of addictions. But anyway. Listen, we're going to talk about it because it's affecting your spirit, and we got to get the spirit.
You're supposed to be vegan. You're supposed to be nice. Girl, you are coming with that deep. But a lot of folks coming off that. Girl, I don't think anybody can even handle it. We ask people, come off sugar, come off media, and come off that deep. People going to be in the corner just in utter shock. Like withdrawal.
Going through withdrawal. Listen, y'all, we telling y'all to do it. Because if y'all want to talk about spirit real quick, since we here, let's just go and put that thing on the table. If y'all want to talk about spirit and y'all want to talk about y'all encounters, because we keep it real here on Free Your Mind Friday. Okay? We want to talk about your encounters with your mates, okay, and significant others or not so significant others. Understand that spiritual ties is a thing. How can you have such a powerful, energetically, mentally, and spiritually act be done and not think that something is left behind or transferred, because we're spirits living in these bodies, okay? Auras and energies are a thing. You can take notes. We just talked about that. How do you think that this stuff not transferring? So yes, I get you. You human. You need what you need. You want what you want. But can we choose better? If you don't want to talk to that person, you probably shouldn't be.
You can't catch cold without shaking somebody's hand. How you gonna sit here and put they got their whole body in? I mean, friend, and you're right. Sexual energy is real. It's palpable. Some people, you like, good Lord in heaven, you get too close to them and y'all might as well be already effing, because you like, goodness, and I was in a room full of people. It's so much energy, right? So energy is real.
It's even a myth that the Egyptians would look it up, y'all. They would sexual energy. That's literally what it represents. But they said they would actually use like tools to over sexual energy to keep the energy within the body. And they also said they would use it. Look it up. Sexual energy is very strong. It is very powerful. And if you wasting that on no shade to Ray Ray or anybody named Ray Ray. No shade to nobody named Keisha. And Keisha and him. Then it's gonna be you giving pieces of yourself away, yo. And I don't care about your body count or your numbers. That's your business. And I don't think nobody should be worried about that either. But energetically, who are you sharing these intimate moments with? That is totally within your control. Get it how you live. No shade to nobody. But just think about that, because we're talking about spirit. We talking about spirit. But sis, I want to ask you a question. Okay. And we talked about a lot, so we definitely gonna sum up as we get ready to close out. But my question to you, and this is a question I ask everyone who comes onto the show in different ways. I bit the question, and it's not original from me. I stole it from Brown Sugar, but I revamped it. Okay. So when did you fall in love with spirituality?
Oh, um, you know what? I have to say maybe 11, 10, 11, 12. I come up from the church, but I always knew I had a relationship with God, with Christ. And I knew it was also separate from, like, I didn't need to be in a church to only talk to him. And so I'd be in the bathroom all the time. The bathroom was my haven, girl, because my house, it was so many of us in that house. If I could get in that bathroom and close that one bathroom that we all shared, I would go over my whole day. I would be thinking through stuff on, okay, if I did this, okay, I'll do that different next time. And I would always be praying. And I remember distinctly asking at around 11, like, God, please help me have wisdom. I just want to be wise. I want to be, before I even knew that was a thing with Solomon, like I didn't recognize that it's probably one of the best requests you can make with God. But I remember thinking then, like, it's a lot of dumb stuff happening around me. Like, I don't know why I could just see, like, people are living really, really, really not wisely. So, Lord, I don't want to repeat. I don't want to make mistakes or unnecessary. I don't want to go slow routes. I don't want to hurt myself unnecessarily. I don't want to allow people. I don't want to do it. So, could you show me? Because apparently it's something I'm missing, but I don't want to miss it. And since that literal moment, I can definitely say something happened, and it was like I had such a discernment for people who were good to me, who were kind, who were dangerous, who were, selfish, who were sneaky, who had good intentions at first and it shifted. I could always just kind of, teachers who had my best interests at heart, men who I knew had it out for me, or some who had my best. I could just feel immediately like, that's a no, that's a yes, that's a good opportunity, that's a hold off opportunity, that's a bad. It was all of a sudden, I was very aware, very sensitive to, even when I was meeting Rodney, I was like, I knew he was a great guy, so mutual friend of ours. I was like, he's very talented, but I knew how the relationship should go. And meeting you, it was like, oh, wow, this is a great connection through Rodney. Like, there are a lot of people I meet, and I'm like, or okay, but maybe not right now, or okay, maybe that's for later. I can just feel it, but I asked for it. That's a really big thing. And so if there's anything that anybody wants, including wisdom, the Bible says, he who wants it, ask the Lord, he'll give it to you liberally in James. He said, I will liberally, you will not be confused. You will be very clear. Ask God for it, and he'll hook you up. You'll be at the signing table, and he'll be like, don't sign that. I remember having a record deal put in front of me, and I was like, well, this is how people do that. He was like, don't sign that. I remember having, when my brokerage firm I had before I became an artist, I was in investments and commodities, and it was a standard brokerage deal. And he was like, don't sign that. Girl, it took us 6 months to figure out what was in, found it. We ended up renegotiating it. When the 08 crash happened, they stole all this money. It would have been on me. And it was literally God, like, don't do that. So when I say you be sensitive, you talking to him, and he'll tell, even, and you don't have to question him, you don't have to doubt it. You'll be like, nah, I don't know y'all like that, but I know him. I've been walking with him. I've been talking to spirit. I know the spirit. Yeah. So when I say, like, he has guided me out of stuff that I didn't even know I was in until 5-6 years later, and I was like, I would be in jail. These white folks stole all kinds of money that would have been on me if I hadn't stopped and said, some said, don't sign this contract. The same thing is with boyfriends. The same thing is with friends. I have a girlfriend. I love her to death. I wish this day we were close friends. But it was like, I was seeing patterns. I was like, oh no. Have you ever had somebody like, no, don't do this, y'all. Don't do it. Because you can see it's getting ready to go south. And it was south, and it was so hurtful. And I kept wanting it to not be that. And he was like, it is what it is. See what it is. Not what you wish it is. I can always just see what it is. Even
I know a lot of people can resonate with that.
I can, even if I cry through it, I'll cry through it, and I can't ignore it. Like, a lot of people are able to, like, ignore it and turn off what you know is not right for you, and you know it's dangerous, or it's just not consistent with your values, right? and I don't know how to do it.
And one thing I always say is that the universe moves and shifts in your favor. The question is if you are moving with it or not.
That's it.
I don't think God, creator, universe, whomever again y'all identify with, created us to live and perish. Like, to created us for that we can go through hardships. Hardships will happen, but that's not why we were created.
That wasn't his intent, right?
Right. You know, like
he's like, that's y'all doing this.
So I feel like we have the line and the lineage of God and creator and source to be like, this is where you can go. This is working for our greater good. If we know, we don't even know half the stuff we've been saved from. Like, we just see the stuff we were saved from. We don't even know the other half. Okay? The wake up every day. The if you would have went left instead of right. Like, we don't even know.
No. You about to make me shout in here, done. No. Don't do it now. Where the organ? Hey.
I hit that double clap. You know it's real when a double clap come in. But so, like, honestly, the universe literally is a line for us. God, creator, ancestors, like, it's a line for us. A lot of times we make the choice to go the other way. The voice be there like, look,
he tried
not the best choice. We be like, buddy, cute though. Like,
I hear him all the time. I be like, people like, I just have a hard time hearing God. I be like, well, that's probably because he keep talking to me. I don't know why y'all can't hear this joker. I hear this joker clear, like, damn. I be mad when he tell me, I'm like, damn, because I heard him. So now I know the answer and I'm responsible for what I know. Like, I hear him. But I set up my life to hear him. I want to hear him. I want to hear him. I go to bed so I can wake up and I can talk to him and hear him. Hello. I don't, like you said, I decide this food is not worth me hearing him. This relationship is not worth me not hearing him. This addiction is not worth me not hearing him. Sugar. I got a friend who can't get, man, you know them cheeseburgers though. Beef and meat mess him up. I said, you can't get past. You probably could heal if you just give your body a break and don't eat it and just do it every once in a while. You just can't get, so you're going to go to heaven and sugar and beef and meat is why you couldn't fulfill what God had you to do. You can do this, guys. You do not want to live your whole life and die and be like, oh, even with COVID, I'm like, people have said over and over again, it's pre-existing. So ask yourself, what about these pre-existing conditions can you fix? Diabetes, you can fix. Mm-hmm. You can fix diabetes. Even people who we've been trapped because of horrible things that happened to slavery, but you don't have to continue these choices, right? There's so much that you are now free to do. You are not trapped. It's in your mind. And if your mind is not free, and that's okay if it's not. Mine is often, I get locked into something. So I have to go back and say, why do I feel fear? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel depressed? What lie do I believe all of a sudden? So I was just
cool. That self-reflection again.
I was just cool and now I'm sad. Oh, because you swiped on the gram and you saw somebody that you thought was more successful than you, or somebody who's thinner or prettier than you, or somebody who was richer than you, or because somebody called you and you got a feeling about what they did to you last time. Pay attention so that you're like, oh, that's why my mind is in fear or in pain or in sadness or whatever. And then eliminate it. Remove the food, remove the thought, remove the trigger, remove the picture, remove the comparison, remove the family, remove it. That is literally it. And then say, thank you, God, for showing me gratitude, right? Thank you, God, for new friends. Pray the new thing in. Thank you, God, for giving me new food. I remember when God was like, no, you're going to sit here for the next 3 years and learn how to eat. 3 years. I had to learn how to eat in a way that wouldn't attack my body. Now, thank you, God. I didn't realize it was that. I thank you, God. So you can do this. Are y'all listening to me? And the COVID didn't stop you in our tracks and slow you down. So you can say, I don't like this life, or this part of my life I don't like. You can change it. Your brain your thoughts are telling you, I don't like this. So stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah. A friend of mine was telling me about one of his friends, and the man had gout, right? He got gout.
Don't get me on gout. I got a close person in my life who lived with gout, and I'm like, well, stop eating that.
And the man still go get his steak and burgers and all this other stuff. And it's like, when you know, like, it's literally the thing that's causing the ailment.
This person in my life who I love to death, who I'm never gonna get rid of. This is squad. This is my peoples. I shouldn't eat this. You know, it messes with my gout. I just be like, Jesus, signs, y'all, of retarded insanity. This messes with your body. Stop eating it. There's so much more you can eat. Go explore the grocery store. Travel. There's something else that you can put in your body right now. I'm telling you this. I don't want to minimize it to being so simple, but I promise y'all, if you keep doing this, eliminate the person, limit the conversations, eliminate how you created a moment that you shouldn't have because you were out of control, eliminate the TV shows, slowly by bit, get rid of the sugar. You know, you have learn how to control it. If you start doing this, that's how your mind gets free. Little by little, and all of a sudden you look up and you're like, oh, I'm literally not triggered. I'm calm. I'm okay. It's great. Life was actually good.
It's a thing. And I echo your sentiments. It's like, y'all got this. Y'all can do it.
You can
and it's
do
not,
it.
Don't get me wrong. It is not easy to break an addiction or a habit. It's not easy. But you have to, going back to how we started, you have to love yourself enough. You have to love yourself enough.
Just to get to the next one. And look, even thoughts are a habit. I remember I had a habit of, God, I'm just trying. I just can't try. God's like, can we get out of that trying? Can we get out of that begging? Can we stop praying to me as a beggar? Can you be like bold when you come talk to me? No, I don't trust you. I don't know. Okay, let's deal with that then. Why don't you trust me when you're talking? Why are you waiting for me to pull the rug out from underneath you? And so you go through whatever your issues are. Some of us is father's issues, mother's issues, trauma from church, whatever it is. I don't know why I don't trust you. So that you can trust God when you're talking to him. Like, go through the conversation, slow your life down, wake up, slow down. We're trying to literally give you the basic principle. Don't pick the phone up. Like, deal with that addiction. Like, slow down so that you can pay attention to yourself. That's what love is. And then you can start telling yourself, no, this hurts you. No, he hurts you. No, that conversation, that type of that tone hurts you. No, this food hurts you. No, these shows hurt me. No.
Then you're present. Being present enough to be aware of these things.
Yes, you have to slow down. We're trying to tell y'all, you have to slow down. Get off of this speed. Whatever everybody doing right now is too fast. One thing at a time. Don't be texting and driving, right? One thing at a time. You'll get more done. When you with your kids, be with your kids. Pay attention to them. Like we can say, when you with your man, be with your people, be with your family, when you with yourself, be with yourself. Take a bath at night. Do you know, we flip houses and the contractor is like, well, people don't take baths no more, so we just put showers in. I'm like, I refuse. I'm
getting my bath.
We're going to give these people baths. Somebody might wake up and realize they need to soak. Everybody's so rushing. Well, the buyers these days, they just want to take a quick shower. I'm like, I understand that, but it's not right.
Take a bath. And then because that takes time. You got to run the bath water.
Cook your food.
You got to get in there.
Yes.
You got to sit for a second.
You got to deal with, I don't have time. Yes, you do. That's a fear that you're running out of time. Get present. Just only
you speaking to my soul, though. I need to slow down.
You be gone.
I need to slow down.
It don't show up until, skin rashes, fibroids, whatever. I lost my edges. I was like, what happened to stress? I ain't got no edges, girl. I had to fight for my edges. God was like, go to bed, take a bath, get some sleep. You're burning your vitamins too quickly.
Burnout is real. Burnout is a very real thing, y'all. Beware of burnout.
Learn to live in your human, with your spirit in a body. Yes, you're a spirit in a body. Your body still has certain properties it needs. So learn how to live in your real limitations and then love it. You are not a superhero. So stop.
I love it, sir. Okay, so we're going to get ready to start steering to the dock. All right, we're on the boat, we're steering to the dock. But a couple more questions. My next question, you are an amazing, amazing artist. Like, you are an amazing artist. I say that with no hesitation. Okay. I love your voice. I love your gifts. I love your songwriting and your storytelling. Like, you are amazing. How does your gift of singing and songwriting and creativity, because you're just creative all the way around. How does that align with your spiritual journey?
Huge. I mean, huge. First of all, didn't know I could sing until God told me to. I didn't even know it. So I was going to be like the next Melody Hobson as far as I was concerned. And then the market crashed. And I was like, what am I going to do? And God said, you're going into music. So that's that. Let's just start there. And I'm like, what? I can't even sing. He was like, you can sing, you're dope. But I came from a church where they
like you legitly thought you couldn't sing.
No. But I came from a church where my voice didn't fit that context. And they can like, yeah, like, you know, Tasha Cobbett, whatever, Yolanda Adams did, like, you know. So because I thought I couldn't do that, I couldn't sing. And I have a good soulful voice, but it's just not to that degree of like, you know. And so comparison kills. And so it killed my idea of thinking that I could sing. So I didn't know that I was going into music or that I'd even be entrepreneurial in it, especially. So I was like, well, I guess you're supposed to get a deal. And I was like, oh, shoot, I know how to read. These contracts suck. So because I'd already built businesses, it just kind of unfolded that way as a coach. I had been already on a bunch of choirs and praise teams and working with celebrities as a hobby because people recognized I could sing. I just was playing dumb. So I was always doing background vocal, just being fun with it, but I never realized it would be like my life and my dream. And so when God was like, this is what you're going to do as a mom on the side, it was jarring. Like, that can't be right. Like, I can't make a whole lot of money in that. And he started showing me, this is how you do it. And I made some money as a songwriter, and then just things started unfolding. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm supposed to be in music. So that was literally God saying, now that your firm has failed, the recession has happened in 2008. This is what you're going to go do. And that's because I was talking to God. Now, getting free enough to write and to wear the clothes that I wear and to speak the things that I say and to just be very vulnerable and truthful and honest, that came after leaving a church for a while. I actually, like, God literally was like, I want you to leave this space and I want you to follow your husband until I tell you to stop. That again is in quiet time with the Lord. And I was shocked. Like, I can't, this is my people. This is how I grew up. But something about just the uniformity and just the I wasn't questioning things enough because I was used to it. And there were a lot of things he was like, this is not in my Bible, this is not what I said. And so that pulled me away from a lot of voices that were influencing what I just thought I was supposed to do. And when he talks to Abraham, he uses the passage in Genesis where he's like, leave your family, leave your kindred, leave your countrymen, leave and follow me until I tell you to stop. Like, he's saying, leave everything else that's influencing you. I want to be the only thing that's influencing who you are. So he influences my sexuality, my obviously my lyrics and what I choose to say as an artist, how I parent, how I interact with my husband. Like, when I want to snap off, God's like, really? That's what we're doing? Like, that's not who I said you are. And so being with him in his word, as well as regularly, literally, we're talking. And he'll talk to me. I'm telling you, I'll be feeling like God's talking to me through squirrels. I don't want to get real weird. I ain't trying to get spooky because I know it's hard to, but I mean, sitting by water, like, I'm in nature, I'm like, I can hear him.
No, right? But that's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're so
especially
calm.
In nature.
Now, nature will start talking to you. I'm like, I'm getting really close to Jesus. Is this duck talking to me? Is this not literally? Like not literally. But like, you can sense, like I remember, him saying these elements are scary to some, but this duck is made for this. You're going to go into a world that you're made for. I'm like, oh, like seeing the duck bob. He's like, I made this duck for this environment. I'm going to put you in an environment you're made for. That was in quiet times with God. Right. And the music, I didn't know I was made for. But then I started looking into my lineage and people were telling me, girl, your great uncle was the first Black person to open lyric opera. And my father, amazing singer till this day still, he sang for Martin Luther King. And we got people who sang for John F. Kennedy. And your whole tribe got like are musicians. And I just am like, well, I'm going to actually control the art. I'm not going to let anybody take, because they played us in a lot of stuff. And I'm like, now I see what God is calling me to do. He's like, use the business that you've had. You've built 4 businesses. Use that. But you're also an artist. And you don't think they go together, and they do. You're going to show people how to not only be a singer, but how to control the art, how to brand it, how to be able to monetize your voice, how you're going to show people how to do it. And that was all conversations from God. I kid you not. Christ literally was talking to me, and I was like, you have got to be kidding. I'm having babies. When I made the album that we're just now promoting, so it's actually an old album, that was In Between Children. And he was like, write an album. So I was like, what? We're going to record it. Okay. First I wrote it, and then he was like, okay, now record it. In between a child went and recorded it. And it was hard. It was my first one. It was with my own money. Like, it was like, I only got $5,000. How, Lord? Show me how and I'll do it. He made a way. And so now we're promoting what was done back then, because he was like, no, don't promote it yet. I said, record it.
I said, just make it.
Now you have another baby. So now go do that. You know, and you're like, I get that. I don't have time. Or just the anxiousness. And he's like, no, in my season, in my own time, it's going to work out. You have to be talking to God all the time. Otherwise, you're like, it doesn't make sense. I remember he told me to start my course, start coaching. I'm like, why would I start my course? Okay, Laura. So I built a course. He says, okay, I'm supposed to start promoting it at the end of this year. Okay, I'm just listening and saying, okay, that's what we're going to do, Laura, because he has some kind of plan that I don't have to know anymore. I'm now in a space where he has literally been right 10 out of 10 times. So I'm just like, well, let me just do what he's telling me to do. Because I promise you, I'd be like, maybe 60, 40s. I'm being liberal. I'd be wrong. He like, just do what I told you to do. I know you feel like it's like, but just do what I told you to do. Because like real talk, I'd be living a whole life right now that I can't stand. In my pumps, in my French tips, with my hair done, with a man, Jesus have mercy, that was so not good for me. Trying to figure out how I was going to like make some kind of cocktail so I could go to sleep and wake up at the same time. Like, that's what my life was about to be.
But it's like you said earlier, like saying no to this so that you can say yes to this.
Yeah.
A lot of times we want what we want, and that's not what we need.
You're not too.
I create a source.
You're not too.
What we need.
That's infant stuff. That's immaturity. You're not 3-year-old. I want what I want. I want what I want. God's like, that's going to hurt you. I know you want it. You're going to get hit by a car. You're going to get. No is yes. If you don't do this, you do have that.
And
be
even
okay
when things don't work out, like a lot of the times it works out in our favor. Like you might want that man, but he don't want you, or something happened. That's because you wasn't supposed to be with it. Everything that is for you, and it's already yours. So if it's a no, then it's a no. And even in moments where you have to say no, those are the hard ones. When it's just a no, you can't do nothing about that. You hopefully don't go about your business. But it's in the moments when you have to say no, and it's ready for you, and you like,
I is ready for you.
That's the hard
part. Looking at you like that, all I see is syphilis, a baby out of wedlock.
A whole lot of food.
That's what it looked like. No to that. I'm going to say no to that, because I'm sure you're going to rock my world tonight, but I'm going to feel more like a whore in the morning. I'm going to be mad that
But your soul, though, how that's going to feel?
So I'm going to be questioning why you don't want me no more. No to this is yes to that. You're an adult. You can do this. We're not 3-year-olds anymore.
We got it, you all. We got it. All right, sis.
Right.
Last question, technically. Can you give the listening audience, give them your top 5 recommendations on how they can get more in tune with the spirit? We're going to lift it out for them and just break it down.
Okay. And I think we covered the majority of them. 1, practice gratitude.
Yeah.
Practice it. It's a discipline. Like, I am thankful. I'm grateful. No one likes a complainer. My own kids, I'll be like, oh God, don't. I love you. I bore you. But if you complain one more time, you're being ungrateful. Practice it. Practice it. Your heart will change. You'll hear him. He will hear you. He'll get close to you. He'll draw close to you because you're grateful. 2, make space. Anything that you want, you have to make space for it. If you want to be more spiritual, and which means in connection with the spirit realm, with spirit, with Christ himself, if you want that, you have to make space for that. So how do you make space for that? Obviously, if we're talking about Christ, we're talking about you give him your life. Like you have to give him your life. Right? And say, that's what we've chosen to do. And that was after I did it before. It was like, oh, I actually gave church my life. That's not Christ. Okay. So you have to say, I'm choosing to be with you. I repent for my sins. And then I'm going to listen to you and obey what you tell me to do. Okay. And then you create space. It's literally start with 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Think about them like him, like a best friend. If you, or your man, or me and that, like whatever this, if you want it to grow as a garden, you have to give it time.
Yeah.
Give him time in your day. Give him time several times in your day. It is not, this is it, y'all. Create the space. If you like, I don't know, if you're moving so fast and you wake up and you move and you wake up with your coffee, you got your phone, you're moving, there is no space. Okay. So slow down, do less, create space.
Oh, real quick on creating space. Yes. Also, we have to, going back to trauma and habits and things like that, we also have to realize that certain things have to die for certain things to live. Like if you're gonna go by that, certain things have to die for other things to live. Like if you gonna go buy some new shoes or a new wardrobe, you got to get rid of the old wardrobe for you to have space for the new wardrobe. Like some things you're gonna have to remove some people, places, and things out of your life to create space to get more spiritual.
I put it out of order. You took my third one, which was friend. As you elevate, which you will naturally do, things will fall off. Just like a rocket. If you're going to keep getting higher, it has to remove weight, literal weight. So people say it's lonely at the top, and I don't want to say it that, but it's lean. It's lean up there. You ain't lonely. God's going to always have people for you to be with, but it ain't no, I got fans. You're not really connected with the all of the people. You're maybe serving them. You may be influencing, you may be helping them, but it doesn't, you are only going to have a few people who are in your inner circle, right? The things that you said, you choose to put in the holes in your body, you're going to have to eliminate things. It makes you weaker. It makes you fearful. The shows, the movies, the food, the whatever, all things we've said, the person who's it's making you weaker. So you have to eliminate. Even, I mean, most, even the body, most sicknesses, the first thing you do is try to eliminate. It's like, just get everything out the system. Yeah. You sweating, you got a fever, you diarrhea, because it's trying to first eliminate, get it out, because I can't heal if the poison's in me. And so that also includes so much, guys. I mean, I wish it were faster, but it's not. There's so much trauma and there's so many things that really did happen that you got to get a therapist. You got to pray over. You got to do all kinds of things to be like, I'm willing to spend time investigating myself and God, what's really causing me to show up this way? Why is it hard for me to say no to this person? Why does it hurt so much when they left my house? It doesn't mean that people, it doesn't hurt when people leave your house, but why does it hurt so much where you just crippled? What happened, right? You got to do the work, and that time you're going to limit, and God is going to losing that job and you fell out like that. He's like, let's think through that. That elimination was necessary for you to think through, why am I so dependent on money like this? That person left your life, but you fell all the way out. What happened, right? So elimination is a gift. It really, really is. Gratitude, make space, eliminate, and then replace the elimination. So stuff is gone, but your body, it got rid of the bad stuff, but now you need new food, new intimate friendships. Pray about that. Like, Lord, I want good friendships. Who are the people who should be in my life? If you eliminated bad men, you want to be in a relationship with the man, ask the Lord, like, okay, well, how do I become, who is that? How do I entreat that? How do I attract that? Show me what needs to happen there. Like, you replace it. If you have negative thoughts, and all of us do, that you're eliminating, that you're replacing with new thoughts, put it around your house, write it down in the morning. It's very clear. I read, my brother is so great. He reminded me this. I rewrite my main goals. I sit to the Lord. I get fresh in my mind. So I don't get divided in a whole bunch of stuff. Replace what it should be. Replace it with the books you have to read, audiobook. I mean, come on, you have no excuses. You have to put new information in and ask God for that wisdom. Like, how I don't want to put anything in, because especially with a lot of self-help, it's just going to make you more stressed out about doing stuff yourself. That's not what God's trying to do. If you're in spirit, he makes it easy for you. He's not trying to have you do it all. This is not willing yourself into healing. This is literally stepping back and saying, God, show me, and just follow the steps. Show me, Lord. My heart's open. Show me. And he'll show you. He doesn't want to hold stuff from me. He's like, thank you for making space for me. Here's the answer. This is the problem. These are the things. Eliminate it, and then show him how grateful you are by saying so. And then replacing it with, okay, Lord, so then who is the new food? How should I eat? How should I eat? Who is a new person? Where is my job? Where should I be living? You might be living in a whole city that God's like, get out. This is not for you. Move. I'm telling you, it's everything. Like, why is my energy low? Why am I so sad? Why I can't never leave this person? My mom, I can't leave my family. God, like, okay, well, your blessing over here. So if you're talking to him, you will eliminate and remove fears that I gotta move around, and then you'll replace it with, well, this is the dream I have. This is what I hear God telling me to do next. I hear him saying, be a musician. I know it sounds crazy. I never thought that. I never dreamed it. I don't know how Beyonce knew it at 6. I literally am like, I'm 30, 40 starting out, right? But I know it clear as day is what he said do. And so it's like, well, first, let's eliminate all the stuff you're going to play, because you can't do all that and write music and raise a family. And we're now remove that, start this, right? We did the home concert tours. I had to eliminate Saturdays. They were busy. And like, well, we're doing those, they were happening on Saturday. So I had to free up the schedule to then put in the home concert tours, right? So all of that is it's a duality. Eliminate and then replace with good information, with faith-filled. Your faith comes by hearing. So listen to a lot more stuff. I wake up with things in my ear that I'm listening to. I go to bed with things in my ear I'm listening to. I'm brainwashing and reprogramming my subconscious to believe what God said. That's what it is, y'all.
It's the reprogramming.
Because sometimes my spirit don't believe or agree, even though he said it. So I have to get strong at that, right? So that would be the 4: gratitude, make space, eliminate, replace, do eliminate. And then give me a moment, because I want to make sure I'm really, really clear on how to get close to spirit. You know what? The truth of the matter is, for me, is be very realistic with the fact that you're going to die. You're going to die. This is it, guys. This is not rehearsal. This is your life.
Yeah.
This is timed. We don't know when. Some people through COVID, we can see it's not guaranteed, guys. So show up. You show up. The best that you got today. You, the spirit. You are spirit. This is how you know your spirit. You're thinking about what I'm saying as I'm talking. I don't know what she's talking about. That person inside your head, I agree with her. That makes sense. That person talking is you. The person in your head talking while I'm talking, that is you. Is she? I don't like her shirt. Oh, that's a nice color she got on. That makes sense what she said. All that talking that's happening in your head, that is you. You are not my face, like my face, my lips. This is the outer shell.
Yeah.
Me is a whole me in there that's having a whole situation. That's you. And so that you is timed. I mean, you'll move on after you're done from here, and you'll go. So it ain't just eternal. But I'm saying this body here on this earth, until you make your own planet, you can make up new rules. While we here, that's the rules. It ain't forever. And so something about that makes me not waste time. I'm like, you said, it's not forever.
That's powerful.
So being really intentional with my friendships, with my husband, with my children, with my finances, with my food, with my all of it, it's because I know it ain't forever. I'm not shortening it because of what I ate, or because I'm going to be hollering at people who I say I love, or I'm going to be stressed out, or that's going to shorten it. I got a little, this is what I get. 80 years ain't a lot in the scope of eternity, or 100 years, whatever. I want that full amount of time, however much time I got. I want it to be in a strong body. I want it to be in a clear brain. You see what I'm saying? Like, I understand the frailty, my mortality. We not what we thinking we are. It is limited. And so I'm very aware of what I'm watching. I'm very aware of people who are around me. I'm very aware of fabric that make me irritated. Everything.
Yes.
It's really light. I'm aware when certain hair doesn't wear make me feel less beautiful. Stop wearing it so that you can fully show up. All of it matters, because if you are not showing up, that's a whole day wasted. If you are living you live in a whole dream that you hate. You live in a whole life. You don't like it. I don't like it. You just act like you see your kids, they be like, no, I don't. They so clear. Why are these kids
they
so
be clear, honey. 3-year-old.
I don't want to do it.
No.
So get clear on that. I don't like this. I don't like where I live. I don't like how I'm living. I don't like my space. I don't like my energy. I don't like my regular habitual breakdowns. I don't like being depressed. I don't like this. Yeah. I don't have to do it. So what do I gotta do to get out of this? I don't want to be in this tax bracket, then stop it. Just be like, I don't like it. That's it. I decided I like wealthy things. I like beautiful things. I like traveling. I like art. This is what I want. Surround yourself with that information, with the people who think like that. And that's it. I don't like being used. I don't like that you call me over and over again when you need something. I don't like it. So that's what I'm saying. When you slow down, you become aware, like, this is my only life. God give me wisdom on how to have these conversations. Please don't do that anymore. If they like you, move on. Because this is all you got.
And you gonna waste it arguing with somebody?
And even if you sitting here thinking you coming back reincarnated, as what? There ain't no guarantee. A caterpillar, what you gonna do? So just like, whatever you believe, this is the one. This life is the one that you like, pay attention. Pay it. Listen to me. Pay it.
Pay it.
It's a price for you to pay attention to your life. It's a price. You have to turn TV off. You have to not talk to certain people. You have to not eat certain foods. You have to do it to pay attention.
Yeah.
You don't miss it. Don't be missing it. It's right there. It's right there. You keep missing it. We don't want
and that's the thing. We missing so much. That's right there.
It's right there. That is not your friend. They've been your friend. They say they're your friend. They want to be your friend, but that's not how a friend conducts themselves. That is not your friend. They holler at you when they get mad. If you want to know really how somebody is, look, watch how they are when they're angry or when money comes into the picture. That's it. That'll always show you when they're angry or there's money issues. Watch how people act in anger or money. That is the person. So when they're like, well, I know I hit you, I cussed you out.
That's good marital advice.
That's marital. That you're right, but that's friendship.
Friendships, business.
When money come into it, or anger, and I see how you treat me when you mad, that's who you with. That's the person. Now, if you like that person somebody you can deal with, you can tolerate, and y'all can work it out, then stick it out. But if you like, man, they hurt me so bad, or they treat me so wrong when they get angry, or when we had these money conversations, it gets real crazy. That's the person you with. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention. Somebody tell you they're gonna be somewhere and they keep not being there. Pay attention. It's a price. You're like, man, it's hurt, but I gotta pay this one. You can't be close to me. You don't show up when you say you're gonna show up. These are all, it's right there in front of you. If this boss said they're gonna promote you and 2 years in, they still didn't promote you, pay attention. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And you can't make it what it
is. If that fool give you the gout, pay attention. The fool give you the gout.
Pay attention. Sis, I love it. So we got 5. So y'all leaving here today, y'all got this information. Top 5 things you can do to get aligned with spirit, because remember, y'all, we are spirit first. Amanda Raquel.
Natalie Battles.
Thank you so much, sis. I love you. And before we get out of here, please let the people know where they can find you, where they can get your music, where they can follow and see everything amazing that's coming, where they can get these voice lessons before you slip out on all of it.
Amanda Music on all my socials. That's MUXIC. Instagram, Facebook, MUXIC. And as far as my website, it's amandais.com. Who is she? Amanda is. Amanda, she just is. Amandais.com will give you a good base on how to connect with me.
Is.
Yes. Yes. I love you, Natalie.
I love you.
So glad you're in my life now.
Huh?
I've been waiting for you. So glad you're in my life.
Me and you, I never. I love Amanda. I love y'all for watching and kicking in with us and getting all this information today. Please, y'all, if you get nothing else, take away those 5 things and know that you are spirit first. Get in tune with you, become present, and watch how your life changes. You know what? Free your mind.
And the rest will follow. Okay. It was all that guttural tech. It was all of that for me.
That's that Jackie's Back. I don't know if y'all ever seen Jackie's Back. Have you seen Jackie's Back?
No, I haven't.
I love it. It's hilarious. Robert Townsend is hilarious.
Okay, I love him. I'm gonna find, where is that?
You gotta check it out. And the I can't remember her name at the moment, but the grandmother off of Blackish, what's her name?
Oh, I love her.
I adore her, and she's the main character, and she's like this singer, and she's like,
where is this at?
It's baby, we had the VHS tape back in the day, honey. I used to watch it on replay, and she's this singer, and she has this daughter, and she's like I think middle aged at the time, and she's like trying to revive her career or jumpstart her career or something. And it's amazing. And she's this extra as she always is singer.
Wait,
and that's
is it streaming somewhere right now?
I don't know. I haven't seen
well, I'm coming over.
Tape. But that was her thing. I'm coming over
your house. I'm serious. I literally need to see this whole.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna see because that's her thing. And she goes, "Oh!" at the end of like this. She's just extra and just amazing. And I love it.
I love her.
Love it. It was a song called "Take Your Jerry Curl and Go," baby. Listen. The movie is hilarious. Oh, y'all got that today too. Jackie's back. Okay.
Yep. I'm literally gonna go look for it after I hang up with
you. You have to. But I love you, sis. I love y'all. Make sure y'all stay connected with Amanda Raquel, amandais.com. Also, make sure you stay in connection with the Healing Academy to see all the amazing things we have coming up for you all. Every Monday, it's the Experience on IG Live, and of course, Free Your Mind Fridays with the Healing Academy and me, Miss Natalie B, on Fridays at 7 p.m. I love y'all. Thank you for rocking with us, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.